When does your album come out?
October 11th.
What is the meaning of life, Brett?
The meaning of life is the answers in the question. You have to give it meaning.
Profound.
The meaning of life is to give life meaning.
Well, hey there, it's Barry Funkhouser on member-supported public radio for music lovers, and you're here, you're a music lover. It's the SoCal Sound, a public radio station in LA, and we thank you for being here and pledging your support, and because of that, we can bring in folks like Brett Dennen.
Hi.
Yours is over here, I think.
Hi,
That's
Barry.
yours. How's it going?
Hi. Hello, listeners of the SoCal Sound 88.5 public radio, a public service of Saddleback College and Cal State Northridge.
You did all the homework. That's good.
I listen to the station every day. It's what I listen to in the car.
Oh, yeah?
I live in Ventura, and we get it crystal clear.
I know. I'm down there, too, in Ventura County, you know, where all the farmers live.
Oh,
and
yeah?
The musicians.
Oh, they call that Ventucky.
Ventucky.
Wait, where do you live in Ventura County?
I'm in the Rillo. I'm in Camarillo.
Rillo.
Yeah, right on the base of it. Mm-hmm.
Nice.
Me
but
and
that's,
all.
I've noticed that right when you go up the grade from Camarillo, that's when you have to switch over. If you're listening to KCSN 88.5, you have to switch over. Because down in Ventura, it comes in as 88.7.
Yeah, a little different. But look at you tuned in,
gotta
man.
Turn it when you get up the grade. And then through Calabasas, it gets a little wonky. But then it comes in crystal clear.
That's the promo right there, man. That's great. Except for the little patch in Agora Hills. We're sorry. Someday you'll be able to hear us, but you can stream it online all the time.
Yeah, there's a lockout, I guess, that happened a long time ago. Zoning rights, and the Gorans got uppity, and the SoCal Sound said, "Not for you."
Not today, Buster. So, Brett, you're not new to the world.
No.
You've been around for a while. Something like 2003 you started? Probably earlier.
I started recording music in 2003 and putting stuff out like very independently around then. And then like 2005, I had more of a traditional release. And then again in 2007, even more so. And then I've been playing like the big time. I don't know what it is. Not the big time. The pro game. The somewhat professional game since 2007.
Yeah. Because I looked at your Wikipedia. A lot of them were wrong. I don't know how accurate yours is, but you've been on it. Your career is like in the middle of two generational divides in the world. You know what I mean? Like you started right at the dawn of the internet, pretty much. Where
right when I finished making my first independent album, and I was about to just release it and sell it at concerts and stuff like that, right then was when iTunes came around.
Right.
And I remember thinking, wait, I'm going to just get to put my music, and you couldn't just put your music on iTunes the way anybody can just put music on Spotify now. You couldn't do it back then. You had to have some kind of a distributor. I was like, I got to find out how. There's a thing back then called CD Baby. It's still around now. But if you distribute through them, you could be on iTunes. I was like, wow, anybody can just buy it on the computer. I'm going to be huge. They're going to buy it in Iceland.
Did they?
I don't know.
But yeah, I mean, it's pretty weird to do that, to be on the cusp of the internet and riding that wave. And you've been on all these TV shows. You were on Letterman before that was over with. And it's kind of interesting seeing how you've wandered around in your 8 or 9 album journey. How many albums you got?
Well, I think with the one coming out, I think it's 9. But Wikipedia says that I have 7.
Yeah, you have 7.
Okay.
And a half. But I'm going to say you have 9.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
I appreciate that. You're coming to my side of the...
I like your side better, much better.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
It's nice over there.
How was this? So when you make an album, What do? You just sit there and hit record and start rocking? I mean, how does that, what's the process behind that?
Yeah, I mean, and I just like right there, you press the button, record, and everybody knows exactly what to play, and they know, and I just make up the words right there on the spot, and it all happens perfectly. One take, and then we're done. 35, 45 minutes later, we're done. No.
That is not how it goes, ever.
No. What I do is I write the songs in advance, and I take my time making sure I really want to record them and making sure that they're in a place where I like. If there's something about the song I don't like, I usually scrap it or try to make it better. But sometimes I just roll with it and hope that it'll get better in the studio. But I spend a lot of time. I spend more time writing the songs in advance than I do actually being in the studio with musicians. That usually only takes a week of my life. You go into a studio, you get some good musicians, you get somebody there pushing the things, you turn the lights down a little bit, you order Chinese food, it's gonna get there, and you say, let's play a couple, then once it sounds good, let's record it, and then boom, you do a couple, two or three, sometimes even 4 songs a day.
Now, how do you write? Do you write down, do you have like a journal? Or do you do it in your phone and do you like go blobbity blop blop?
Yeah, I'm always recording blobbities in my I like the way your phone spins. Mm-hmm. I'm always recording ideas in my phone. I'm always jotting things down. I would say I do most of my writing without sitting down and actually writing. Most of it I think is done driving or walking or exercising or washing the dishes or doing yard work, because that's when I get ideas.
Doing everyday stuff.
Yeah, they pop into my head. I think it has something to do with like you're focusing on something in front of you, and then in the back of your mind, your subconscious is working, and words and melodies appear, and then I just kind of then I put them in the front of my mind, and as I'm chopping cucumber or whatever, I just keep working on the song in my head.
Yeah, it works. I like your style.
Thanks.
Yeah, most people don't tell us their style, they're really like, I don't know, secretive about it.
Yeah, they're like, well, the full moon comes, and I wash the linens.
I like picturing you cutting up cucumbers, coming up with the next song.
Well, I used to cut cucumbers like, you get the log of cucumber. I used to cut like this, like rock the knife, but now I've been learning how to be like this.
Oh, yeah. Some culinary stuff.
My lady, she's a chef. And then I've watched enough of those shows. It's better.
That's hard, too.
It's hard. You got to curl.
It's a knuckle game.
And then you got...
But you being a musician, you probably get the hang of it.
Yeah, and the fingers aren't that important. You can just chop them up a little bit.
So, Brett Dennen, what happens now, man? You have an album.
Mm-hmm.
You're going to go play it in front of people, I assume.
Got some concerts, some Southern California concerts coming up.
You excited to go anywhere outside of Cali?
Well, I've been playing lots of shows around, but this tour that I'm doing now in California and Southern California is going to end, and then I'm taking the rest of the year off, and then that'll be good because people who listen to my music will have time to listen to the new album and like figure out what they like and what they don't like about it, and then when I come back around and play shows again, it'll be a different experience because they'll know the music.
Yeah. Are you excited about this album more than all the other ones?
Yeah.
Yeah. Why?
Because I wrote it really fast. It was very inspired. I had the idea for the album early last year. And I said, I'm going to write an album, and it's going to have a song like this, and a song like this, and a song like this, a song about this, a song about that, and one this and that. But I didn't really write. I just kept thinking of ideas. And then I toured a lot last year, and right around just after Halloween, early November maybe, I got off the road and I was done. And I spent like a month or so, a month and a half, just doing nothing but writing. And
cooking, probably.
And cooking, yeah, chopping. And then I recorded it in January, so it was all very fast. And I liked the way it came out because I spent so much time thinking about it, and then boom, just did it. And then, but now I have other things I'm working on now that I'm creatively I've moved past it, but I still love the songs. I still love playing them, and people still haven't heard it. So
Now they're ours. They're not just yours.
Yeah.
They belong to all of us.
yeah. Well, if you buy the album, and you'll see there's like which one belongs to Barry.
Probably 4 and 5, but
Yeah.
I don't know. We'll have to see when the
Middle,
album
you
comes
like
out.
the middle?
I do. I like the middle. I hear track 7 is always the single. Used to be in the back in the day. It was track 7.
I thought it was
which is
track
the one.
3.
3 and 7.
3 and 7
I
because
heard
of the
it was
record. Because that's a sweet spot of the vinyl.
Oh, that's why.
You don't want to put the good song on the end of the vinyl because it doesn't sound as good there. You don't want to put it too close because there's not a lot of space, so it gets too compressed. But right in the middle, so that's track 1, 2, 3, 4. There's like 4 or 5 songs on a side. Track 3 is a warm, sweet spot. Then you flip it over, and it's track 7.
Ah, I understand the
This
logic
new
now.
album of mine is a double vinyl.
Oh, yeah?
16 songs. 4 songs on each side.
Okay, you're a vinyl dude.
Nope. I don't even have a record player.
Did you get to pick the color of the vinyl and
Black.
Yeah, okay.
Tar. Just good old oil.
Love it. I love it.
Rubber.
Well, we want to buy the record. We want to see you play. You're going to play some songs here, I hear?
Yeah.
What
I'm
are-
going to play all songs from the new album.
All songs.
Yeah, I think in a song called Chipping Away. I think I'm going to play a song called Another Day in Babylon. And a song called Dharma Baby.
Dharma Baby.
Dharma Baby.
All right.
It's Dharma Baby. It's not Dharma Baby.
Brett Dennen is a cracker full of amazing fireworks, and I don't know. It's nice to meet you.
Nice. Definitely a cracker. Brett Dennen is a cracker.
He's a cracker full of
Pause.
fireworks. This is Brett Dennen.
Fireworks.
He is on tour. He has a 9th album, or 8th, or 8.5 album. Thanks for coming.
Thank you. It's a pleasure to be here. Oh yeah. Oh yeah. Chipping away. Chipping away. Chipping away. Chipping away, yeah. Chipping away. Chipping away. I thought by now things would change. Still chipping away. Oh yeah. I could walk the cobble streets of Rome. I could stand on top of Yellowstone, but I'm always sinking into negative thinking. Yeah, chipping away, chipping away. Yeah, chipping away, chipping away. I thought by now things would change. Chipping away. Yeah. I could step across the great divide, stand with one foot on either side, but I'm always running from something. Yeah, chipping away, chipping away. Yeah, chipping away, chipping away. I said I'm chipping and I'm chipping and I'm chipping. chipping away. Chipping and I'm chipping and I'm chipping away. Chipping and I'm chipping away. A, B, C, D, E, F, G, I really love. J, H, I, J, K, L, F, fading rise above. 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 another day. I just keep chipping away. A, B, C, D, E, F, G, I really love. J, H, I, J, K, L, F, fading rise above. 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 another day. I just keep chipping away. Chipping away. Chipping away, yeah. Chipping away. Chipping away. A, B, C, D, E, F, G, I really love. The H, I, J, K, L, love, 8 and rounds above. 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 another day. I just keep chipping away. A, B, C, D, E, F, G, I really love. The H, I, J, K, L, love, 8 and rounds above. 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 another day. I just keep chipping away. Hello, how have you been? How you finding your new life? Christina and I, we still are married with no plans to, but I call her my wife all the time. Yeah. Oh yeah. Oh yeah. Yeah. It's just another day in Babylon, and you keep me hanging on like a roll of old duct tape. Do my words fail? I laid them out like a yard sale. Now I'm stuffing a pillow into a suitcase. I got 14 stitches in my finger. I could barely play guitar. My boy broke his leg right in front of me in Montana, and I felt like it was my fault. Yeah. Oh yeah. Oh yeah. Yeah. Just another day in Babylon, and you keep me hanging on like a roll of old duct tape. Do my words fail? I leave them out like a yard sale. Now I'm stuffing a pillow into a suitcase. Oh man, what a year it has been since I wrote that song. Change the meaning to finding the strength to carry on. Some thief stole my instruments. They caught them on camera, but the cops didn't do a thing. Just another day in Babylon, and you keep me hanging on like a roll of old duct tape. Do my words fail? I lay them out like a yard sale. Now I'm stuffing a pillow into a suitcase. Just another day in Babylon, and you keep me hanging on like a roll of old duct tape. Do my words fail? I lay them out like a yard sale. Now I'm stuffing a pillow into a suitcase. Ooh. Dharma baby, while mama was in the kitchen, you were out there on the sidewalk with the priests of no religion. She rolled her eyes like a soccer ball, singing all in all, another brick in the wall. The fireman came and the sheriff too, and the kids showed up to throw a party for you. Dharma baby, with a master plan, you should be celebrating while you can. Hey, 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 hey. Yeah. Dharma baby, on a midnight run. You know some of the biggest dropouts, they end up the smartest ones. I may be dumb, but I'm not stupid. I didn't start the fight, but I know who did. You said your piece and then escaped it. Stick around to see me getting bent out of shape. Dharma baby, stick it to the man. I hope you're celebrating while you can. Do 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 do. People come into our lives to teach us what we can learn on our own. Then they go to teach somebody else. That's why they leave us alone to grow, alone to grow. They leave us alone to grow, alone to grow, alone to grow. Leave us alone to grow. Dharma baby, isn't life grand? We should be celebrating while we can. Yeah. Dharma baby, I cut my teeth on grunge. I know it's only rock and roll, but I love it so much. Gets in the head, sticks in the blood, till you're rolling in the groove like a pig in the mud. The records are great, but they're better live with the amps cranked up on overdrive. Dharma baby, I'm your biggest fan. We should be celebrating while we can, while we can, while we can, while we can.
If you are you still recording?
Yeah. Shutting off.
If you were to get into a battle, to the death with 100 duck-sized horses or one horse-sized duck, what scenario?
I would rather do 100 duck-sized horses.
And why is that?
Because I think I'd rather be afraid. I'm more afraid of a duck than a duck-sized horse. What's a horse gonna do?
Duck-sized horse is a big old horse. Well, you're a big guy anyway, so.
No, a duck-sized horse is like this big little
Oh
thing.
yeah, the
it's
little
got a
guys.
tiny mouth.
But there's 100 of them.
Yeah.
100 of anything is a lot.
But 100 ducks to me is more scary than 100 horse-sized or duck-sized horses. You know.
So you're down. You'd fight the 100.
I don't want to fight the animals, but let's say I was and I had to. Let's say they were coming after my family.
That's what I'm saying. They're coming at
there'd
you.
be some kicking involved, some punting and kicking and stomping. You know? But, I mean, every time I see a horse, like if I'm going up to the river and I pass the horses, and we take an apple or a carrot, that horse is stoked. Now, one carrot could feed a lot of little horses.
That is true.
So if I had an apple and a carrot and they all got a little bite, they'd be super happy and then maybe I wouldn't have to fight them. So I'm going with duck-sized horses.
I like that logic.
'Cause
And
what do you do with a giant duck?
nothing. It'll probably get you.
Yeah. Because
Probably
they
get you.
have like, their beaks are, there's like some kind of teeth inside their beaks.
And don't they have baby carrots? You can get a whole bag of carrots.
Mm-hmm.
Then you're
Yeah.
set.
But if you give a full-size carrot to a big horse,
Uh-huh.
and then you shrink it down, I'm saying pound for pound, carrot for carrot, the baby carrot is still too big for like the ratio of what you would give a horse if you saw it like over the fence.
Yeah.
Maybe half a baby carrot.
Yeah. The perspective is off.
Yeah.
But you'd still be out. You'd still win, I think, if you had carrots.
Yeah.
Hopefully you'll have carrots.
Yeah.
What is the meaning of life?
So you should always have carrots
Is that the
and
meaning of life
apples
also?
on hand.
What is the meaning of life, Brett?
The meaning of life is the answers in the question. You have to give it meaning.
Profound.
The meaning of life is to give life meaning.
What is your favorite word?
Dad. Dio. Daddy-o. Daddy-o.
That's a good one. Your little one's going to see that and go, oh.
Mm-hmm.
And so is the rest of the universe.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. I guess that's it. I guess you can go play now. All right. Thanks, Dan.
Thank you.
Thank you, Brett.
You're welcome.